Believing Riko to have passed away, Reg embraces his friend and weeps uncontrollably. And as he does so, we see a curious-looking being listening to his lament. The being climbs onto the platform where the two friends are. And when Reg notices her, the strangely clad person nonchalantly tells him to stop making such a ruckus. She slowly approaches the pair, eyeing up the little girl before her, and to Reg's relief, states that Riko, though barely clinging to life, is still alive. She offers to help the pair, asking Reg to follow her to her abode. And though wary about the stranger, he realizes that this may be his only chance to save his friend. They eventually find themselves before a small opening that reveals the charming home of the stranger. Within the endearing home, filled with all manner of gadgets and gizmos, the girl removes her clothing as Reg introduces himself. The stranger then states that her name is Nanachi, revealing that she's what cave raiders fear, a being known as a hollow. Nanachi prepares a bed for the unconscious little girl and asks Reg to lay her upon it. And as she probes Riko's injuries, she asks the robot boy why he didn't make a more clinical and perhaps less painful break from her elbow. And when Reg reveals that he was just following his friend's instructions, Nanachi gains a better understanding of Riko's nature, stating that severing from the wrist would grant a person greater mobility as an explorer than a cut from the elbow. She tasks the robot boy with gathering a few materials to aid with Riko's recovery. And as the pair converse, Reg hears a sound from the back of the house. Nanachi then introduces him to a distorted, grotesque, and pitiable-looking creature that's also a hollow, and her best friend, known as Mitty. But with Riko's deteriorating condition, Reg has very little time to consider everything going on, and so he makes haste through the abyss, gathering all the ingredients requested. His first port of call is at the western side of the Goblets of Giants, where he snags himself a demon fish. Then towards the Aeries of Giant Beaks, where he's to recover many of their eggs. From a mighty tree, he's to pluck some yellow shining grass, mindful to find those with the most pleasant scents. And finally, he nabs a shroom bear infected with water shrooms. Upon his return, Nanachi first pulls out the little animal, and we learn that the shrooms on their backs are both parasitical and symbiotic. When their host is about to give up the ghost, the mushrooms release their toxins to heal its wounds. The hollow then attaches some of the shrooms to Riko's wrist in hopes that they'll absorb the poisons she's been afflicted with. Later on, as Reg goes to wash Riko's clothes, faint memories pour into his mind, showing a gravestone amidst a field of flowers as a voice that resembles his own laments Liza's death.